Well, gather round, y'all, let me tell you a tale about a man named Ron who's blazing the trail. They say Scott Hammer's the boss on the show, but Ron's the one driving, just so y'all know. Ron Miller, he's the one in charge. Tearing Hammer down like a big old barge. Scott, don't worry, it's all in fun. Ron's a real host when the race is run.
Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer and Ron Miller.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report, part of the Evergreen Podcast Network. Show number 371 for Thursday, the first day of spring, March 20th.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it.
Nobody. Not at all. About another week.
Scott Hammer, Ron Miller coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch from the Dominator Race Products studio. Tonight on the show, we are going to be speaking with Larry Curtis, the owner of I-96 Speedway up there, about 20 minutes out from Grand Rapids. Ionia, I guess is the
Ionia,
official.
correct.
So, we'll be speaking with him a little bit later. I guess this is the third year that he's been running the ship up there. Well, third year owner, second year running the ship up there.
Right.
Second full season for... as far as a full schedule of shows for I-96. So, looking forward to talking to him. Also, we'll be giving away a Hammer Down Racer Report sticker, courtesy of DCR Graphics for How Many, which I did poorly on for last week. So, stick around for that. And also our Oakshade Trivia, 50th anniversary of trivia, which we'll be doing here shortly. And I did get Another supply here.
Ooh, cool.
So it is continuing on. This week's was a little bit more, I don't know if it was difficult, but harder to find.
Oh.
As far as, the right answer. The question was, who had the most late model feature wins back in 2003 at Oakshade Raceway? Do you know the answer? What would be your guess?
Chris Patterson.
I noticed you didn't guess, but had you guessed Chris Patterson, you would have been absolutely correct.
Woo, baby.
6 wins for Chris Patterson.
Well, and I wasn't sure when Chris Patterson retired, so...
It was a few years after that.
Yeah.
Because he raced it. We overlapped a little bit there. So, yeah, we had a few people that... guessed correctly. Again, spelling does count. I know that that kind of nicked one of our guesses. Chris is spelled with a K.
With a K.
K-R-I-S. We made that rule a few weeks ago. Spelling does count. So, I'm not sure if our... not seeing the response. Dave, we might need your help on this, but we're going to spin the wheel here because the winner will then have 5 minutes to type I won in the comments of our Facebook Live. Okay, it is working. I see that. The big O flag was always flying in the grandstands. That's right. I do remember that, Perry. I do.
Oh,
the big
yeah.
zero flag. Or O, 0. We'll go with 0. So we had not as many people getting the correct answer this week.
How many?
So it's a better chance. How many? No, that's coming up later.
Oh, okay. You're cute, Scott.
There were that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you got a 1 in 7 chance to win a pair of passes, good for any one night at Oakshade Raceway this year, 2025 season. And the schedule is out, by the way. We'll talk more about that.
I saw that.
In a little bit. Yeah. About time, too.
I was kind of disappointed. I was hoping for at least one sprint car show.
And I kind of was, too. I know there were talks going on about it.
Right.
because I kind of initiated some of those, facilitated. But
The report was...
That's not all ruled out. I mean, the talks were good, so it may be something in the future. Keep your fingers crossed.
And who knows? Things can change.
That's true. There is notes on the schedule where it does say subject to change without notice. So there you go. Let's spin for this, our winner here, before we get things going. Bring that up on the screen. All right, it's there. Here we go. For the pair of passes to Oakshade Raceway.
Oh.
That was close. Brian Nelson, otherwise known as Brian Nelson Brian.
Yeah.
On Facebook. Congratulations. You are maybe the winner. I suppose I shouldn't write his name down just yet. You have 5 minutes. It's 7:05 right now. You got until 7:10 to put in the comments.
5 minutes?
5 minutes,
yeah. All right.
I did my math right there.
Ooh, good girl.
Jeez. You got 5 minutes to type I1 in the comments of our Facebook Live. If you do not, we will go on to the next. Well, spin the wheel again, basically, and
take your name off.
And take your name off, yeah. So there you go. We'll try and keep an eye on the comments there. Just type I1, and those passes will be yours because that's part of the deal. You have to be listening to win them. Victory Fuel, the ultimate flavored electrolyte water to power your day. It's packed with a full load of electrolytes, 120% of your daily vitamins, and absolutely no artificial coloring, caffeine, or carbonation, just pure refreshing hydration. It's no wonder Victory Fuel is the top choice for teams on race day, helping them stay at peak performance when it matters most. Ready to stock up? Contact your local sales representative, Tanya Conley, for track concessions and business wholesale inquiries. You can reach her at Tanya@drinkvictory.com. That's TANYA at drinkvictory.com. Or you can go online and order directly from drinkvictory.com. That's their website. Don't forget to use discount code Conley Racing, CONLEY Racing, all one word, at checkout, and you'll get exclusive savings. Victory Fuel, because champions deserve the best. Racers, get ready. Dittman Motorsports is your complete race shop in Northwest Ohio. They have Hoosier tires, high-performance parts, and full-service support to keep you on track. Whether you need expert service or the right gear, Dittman Motorsports has you covered. Call 419-283-8580 or stop by today. You can also visit their website, DittmanMotorsports.com. I don't know that he's actually finished that site, though. It started, so you can get his contact information by going to Dittman Motorsports. Also got to mention Oakshade Raceway, Dominator Race Bikes, Ron Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos, Magic Moment Entertainment, and DCR Graphics, additional sponsors of the show. I suppose I could take that off the screen now, couldn't I? Hey, there we are again. Well, that camera looked a little out of focus there. Coming up, we'll give him a call about 5 minutes here. We'll call Larry Curtis once again, our
Brian Nelson once again. You've got 2 minutes to give us a call and type in I1 to claim your Oakshade Raceway free passes.
Thank you. Very, very, very important. Just want to make sure that I don't think we're seeing all the comments for some reason. So I'm going to open this up and make sure. There, I'll keep an eye on it on there for a little bit until we call Larry. Until then, how about we get to our racing roundup? Also coming up later on tonight, we do have the Hammer Down Hotline is going to be active. We got a lot going on, and a lot of racing news, a lot of videos too.
Really?
Well, two is a lot for us, I guess.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, let's find out what happened this past weekend around here, because racing actually started, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, and it was a pretty interesting night at
Attica?
At Attica Raceway Park.
Racing Roundup.
So before we get too far, I do have to mention that Attica has canceled for this weekend, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for our DCR Graphics.
Well, you know, the weather was pretty chilly, and
it's back to typical.
It would have been uncomfortable, but then the weatherman threw in chance of rain tomorrow night.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that. That sucks. All right, well, Attica Raceway Park, though, they kicked off their season this past Friday night. Cap Henry picking up the win in the 410 sprints. Pretty exciting feature. I did watch that one.
It was.
And the late model. Rusty Schlenk kind of stunk that up.
Yeah,
flag
green
to
to checker.
Jamie Miller won in the 305 sprints. Looking down at Perth Motoplex in Australia Friday night. Rained out Saturday night, though. Joe Chalmer picking up the win in late models. Callum Williamson, your sprint car winner. Blake Iwanow winning the wingless sprints. And Harry Stewart, your Western Australia speed car winner.
That race at the Motorplex was tagged as the Late Model Nationals, which is a totally different race from the week previous, which was the Late Model National title. The Late Model Nationals is a Motorplex race. So, yeah, they did a lot of racing.
They should come up with some more unique names.
Yeah.
Murray Bridge Speedway on Saturday. Kerry Weston winning the street stocks. Lachlan Brown, your junior sedans winner. On Sunday at Murray Bridge, it was Joel Berkeley winning in the super sedans. Nigel Reichstein winning in the street stocks, and Lachlan Brown in the junior sedans. Premier Speedway, Saturday, Jamie Veal winning in sprint cars. Rusty Pointing in the junior Formula 500s. And then back here in the States, the Kubota High Limit Sprint Car Series in action at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Well, it took a little bit to get going. Thursday rained out. I think they were going to do it Friday, and then that got canceled as well. Saturday, though, they did get things going there. Corey Day picking up the win at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And what's-his-face? Ty Gibbs taking quite a tumble. We'll take a look at that a little bit later. Thunderbolt Raceway, Wednesday night, last night, Kyle Larson picking up the win there, one of the owners of the series. World of Outlaw Late Model Series, Smoky Mountain Speedway. Friday, it was Bobby Pierce picking up the win. Saturday night's action getting rained out. And World of Outlaw Energy Drink Sprint Car Series action at Cannondale Speedway Park. Friday night, David Gravel continuing his great early season run.
Yeah, he's been on fire.
And our good friend Buddy Kofoid picking up the win on Saturday night. NASCAR Action Truck Series at Las Vegas. Actually, all three major series at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The Echo Save 200 on Friday night. Corey Heim picking up the win there. The Liuna at Las Vegas Motor Speedway on Saturday. Justin Allgaier, your winner. And Cup Series on Sunday. Josh Berry winning his very first NASCAR Cup Series race and giving Wood Brothers.
That was a feel-good win, too, for the Wood Brothers.
Wood Brother Racing win number 101.
Yeah. So, assuming that really is Brian Nelson. Yep.
Oh, I was just 709. He got in there. Brian Nelson, congratulations. You have the passes to Oakshade Raceway. Congratulations for getting the 50th anniversary trivia
If
question
you need
right.
directions, Brian, to Ron Miller Race Cars, just give us a call.
You have 30 days to pick these up from Ron Miller Race Cars. And if you don't pick them up, then we're going to give them away again. What is today? 320. So here you go. Pass is good for any time during the 2025 race season at Oakshade Raceway. We'll have next week's trivia question. We'll give you a preview of that at the end of the show. And it's going to be a little more difficult. It's a tricky one.
Ooh.
It's easy, but it's tricky.
Okay.
You have to pay attention, and you get it. Elevate your racing performance with Dominator Race Products, the premier choice for high-quality, durable race car components. From innovative nose pieces and balances to robust fenders and spoilers, their products are engineered to enhance your vehicle's aerodynamics and durability on the track. I suppose off the track, too, but it's not as important off the track. Trusted by racers nationwide, Dominator Race Products delivers the reliability and performance you need to dominate the competition. Visit DominatorRaceProducts.com today to explore their extensive range of products and take your racing to the next level. And mentioned this a little bit ago, the 2025 Oakshade Raceway 50th season schedule is finally complete. The entire schedule on oakshaderaceway.com. Pretty much every Saturday. There's one Saturday, I think it's first Saturday in September is only off night. Yeah. But beyond that, Late models scheduled to run throughout August. They'll be off the last 3 weeks. In those last 3 weeks in September, you got the Papa Boiler Dominator Super Stock Spectacular. I think that's the 13th, with just going off of memory there. And then the final show of the year is going to be the Showdown Series. Are you going to be there?
That's the plan.
Are you going to be in your truck?
That's the plan again.
Or is somebody else going to be in your truck?
No. It's you and me, buddy.
All right. We'll see about that. Oh, and I did talk to them. I want to do a hot dog race out there in memory of Chris Mize.
Okay.
So we're working on something for that. We got to come up with some kind of prize, a little bit of incentive for that. We're going to do it the old school way, though, the way we did it originally, the way Chris Mize did with cars instead of having people run, the dangerous way.
Ooh.
You remember how that works? You have two competitors. They go one lap, stop at the start-finish line, get out of their cars, get their helmets off. They have to eat a hot dog, entire hot dog. Then they got to get back in their car, strap back in. Got to make sure,
back in.
Helmet on, everything's got to be back on. They'll be official that make sure that will give them the thumbs up that they can go, and then they got to complete another lap. And those officials are going to be very brave, because being on the track when there's cars out there, it could be a little crazy. So, but it's fun for the fans. I'm looking forward to doing that. But of course, the birthday race Saturday, June 14th, and Barney Oldfield race going to be there in June. No, wait, that is the June 14th is the Barney. The birthday race is July 12th. Sorry about that, which is also an American late model Ironman series. There's a lot going on. This has been a crazy week. A lot of weird stuff happening.
The weather is one
Everything,
of them.
like not just in racing, just everywhere. There's weird stuff happening. So, Oakshade Raceway, where the fastest meet to race. And how about we give Larry a call here? Get him on the horn.
Works for me.
Owner of I-96 Speedway. We haven't talked to him. Last time I was up there was before he took
Change in
over.
ownership.
Yeah, back when the GLSS guys were renting the track and putting on shows. Barry Marlowe, back in those days. So, but yeah, they got a big late model show coming up. 7,500 to win. Looking forward to getting some more information about all that stuff up there at I-96. We don't talk much about I-96. It's a little outside our area. Larry, it's Scott Hammer, Ron Miller, Hammer Down Racing Report. How's it going?
Good.
Good time for you?
Yeah.
All right. We were just talking about I-96 and what you took over ownership, 3 years ago?
Yeah, I bought it the first of January in 23.
23. Okay. So this will be the third year, I should say.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was what is the thinking behind I'm going to buy a racetrack? What is the mindset like?
Well, they want to put an asphalt plant or a scrapyard here, and I own around it and grew up right next to it. I ain't gonna look at that stuff. I know what a racetrack consists of. If it don't work, I'll just sell bacon.
Sell bacon. Now I'm hungry for a bacon. Definitely cool though, keeping that track. I was just saying, last time I raced up there was just before you took over. One of the nights Barry Marlowe was running a show, and it was the first time I had actually been up there. And that track it was an awesome track.
It's a fun track.
It's a big track too. But let's talk about the 2025 season. You have this year. It's kicking off with, speaking of Great Lakes Super Sprints, that kicks off on Friday, April 25th, along with UMP Late Models, IMCA Modifieds, Pro Stocks, Street Stocks, Compacts, and Mini Wedges.
All that on opening night?
Yeah.
Yep. Let's go out let's come in with a bang, get it started.
So in those last 5 classes, the late models, the modifieds, the pro stocks, the street stocks, and compacts, and mini wedges, that is basically a regular show, or as you call it, a classic racing night, right?
Right.
It seems.
Yes, sir.
That's a big show. I mean, what time? I guess what are the hours? When do gates open, or does it vary from Friday to Friday?
No. Gates open for the pits at 4. 5 for the GP, drivers' meetings at 7, and we go from there.
Gotcha. And do you do time trials for, I'm guessing, at least a couple of the classes?
Late models will time in, and so does the sprint cars.
Okay. Very cool. So you start Friday, April 25th, and run pretty much every Friday night, with the exception of a couple there at the beginning of July, all the way through August 29th. And I guess you had a full schedule last year. Anything you learned from last year that you're applying to this year's schedule?
We went with we got some bigger shows this year, but no, it's pretty much the same. We take July off because you own your free fares in town. And then we got to get done by the time Friday night football shows up in the fall. So,
yeah, we have that issue with some of the tracks around here as well.
Yeah.
So why? I had one question looking at the schedule, and I know you had it this way last year as well. It's UMP for the late models and IMCA for the modifieds. What's the decision between the two different
Scott,
sanctions?
a lot of Michigan tracks are doing that.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay.
But go ahead, Larry.
IMCA is your mod. That's the most popular up through here. Down south a little farther, you get a lot of UMP mods, but there's only a couple cars in the area. And if you want the Hoosier tire on your late models, you'll go with UMP with Sam. You'll get your higher quality cars most of the time.
So that worked out well last year then?
Yep, our car count kept. At first, we were on American Race Shoot, because that's what they've been on. We ran a few shows. We got hold of Sam, and we doubled our car count. By the end of the season, we were 2.5 times our car count. So,
nice. I was gonna say I do remember that now with the tires and the late models last year and switching over. So very cool there. I know a lot of drivers around here like to get up that way sometimes as well.
I'm sure there's a couple of shows the 27th or 23rd of May.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that.
They'll be up here to get that money. And then on the 22nd of August, I got another big show with late models. So,
well, let's talk about that May 23rd show, the Auto Value Autism Awareness, 7,500 to win for the late models, the late model dirt rumble race. How'd that all come together?
Yep. Well, I talked to Iron Man and Sam last year, halfway through. And of course, we're not an established track. This track's been hit and miss all the time, so I understand why they didn't get back with us. They gave Butler, Iron Man coming to town, Butler on Saturday night, and then Sunday it's going up to Crystal. So I decided to build a show. I'm UMP already, so I could build a show, and that's what I did.
So it's your own show. It's not actually an Ironman series or anything else.
No,
it's just UMP.
Right. Chris said he'd support me on anything we did, but he just didn't want to put another one on the schedule. I told him what I already had it put out, and he told me he would advertise and help me any way he could. So
that's awesome. That's going to be a big show. I'm expecting you'll get a big car.
They're already in the area.
Yep, bring them north a little bit, get 7,500, go back to Butler, get 5,000, and then go back north to Crystal and get 7,500.
So how did you come up with that purse? Is you got some big sponsors lined up for that race? Because I mean, you got some. I looked at the pay; it's pretty stout going back. The first few positions there.
Well, that's the problem. A lot of times the race, the guy that won, he made all the money, and everybody else gets just a little bit better in tow fee, So, I wanted it up there. No, we got Auto Value threw in some money that night, but we'll get enough cars and enough people in the stands. We'll pull it off. So
now, could that be the start of maybe an annual event if things go well?
That's why we named it like we did, the Rumble. 'Cause that's what we want. Hopefully, we can build off from that. That'll be second annual Rumble, third annual.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you also mentioned Friday, August 22nd. That's a $5,000 to win for the late models, but it's also the All-Star Circuit of Champions, $7,500 to win.
Yeah, we'll have a few people come up to see that too.
Just a few. When was the last time the All-Stars have been to I-96?
I don't remember them.
Or is this a first?
18, 19 maybe. I don't know. It's been a while. I know what's the top? The Outlaws that came a few times with Mouches owned it, but I don't remember when the All-Stars been here.
Okay. And the IMC, the IMCA modifieds, they have at least one big race here. I think I saw two on the schedule for 3,000 to win.
Yeah, two fast shafts. One's June 6th, and the other one's August 1st. 3,000 to win, and we're going to try to add a little more to that if we can. We talked to a sponsor last night, and he had some ideas, and I said that'd be great. So
what
we've
race?
Been okay.
I was just going to say, so what race or what night are you most looking forward to in 2025?
Oh, 23rd to see how we did on building a race, and late models and sprint cars. You put them together, it's going to be an awful good race. Our first race of the years are going to be, a various group. They always put on a good show, and then have the late models right behind them. So in the IMCA, they have a full show.
Dane Miller says the All-Stars were there in 21.
21, okay. Yep.
So when you took over the track,
but let's go back to that.
Okay.
That was a different All-Star. That was the All-Star, and now you have turned to a different name. This is Farmer. He just bought the name for a while. It's not the same All-Stars, as what became. So it's a different group, but they got some cars committed, and I wanted some 410s. I don't know if they had 410s in 18. I can't remember. Barry always brings 360s and puts on a good show. And we had an opening, and I was trying to get another big late model show, and I couldn't seem to come up with it. Farmer approached us, and I said, "Can we do 410s?" He said, "Yep." So we kind of made a deal.
Nice. Now, do you have any? Are you working with any other tracks in the area up there?
No.
Okay.
No. Like I'm the only UMP one left, and they've kind of said I'm on an island. I'm making myself an island, but there's a lot of people from the south, Rusty Slank and all them. They come north and run with us. So
yeah, I remember probably about 5-6 years ago, we had Rusty on the show. The week after he was involved in an accident, ran across the infield, and I think it was Rich Bell, maybe. I don't remember who it was, and got in the cockpit and started little fisticuffs over there. So he's got a lot of history up there.
Yeah. No, we've got a lot of history here. Everybody said we're putting myself on an island. Well, a lot of people like to go to Hawaii too. So
it's a very nice island. So, have there been? I remember reading a few years ago some rumblings about maybe some track reconfiguration or anything. Has there been any changes to the track? Or is it the same distance and everything that it has been for the past 5 years or so?
All right, she's after Mouches, they tried 4 or 5 times. They finally got the track we got today. It used to be a half mile with a quarter inside. As of today, we've added surveyed. It's a true 4/10 on the outside rim, and it's a true 3/8 on the inside. We've had it surveyed. We've got some maps we're looking at. We got it together too late last year to put a bucket into it to change it for 25. So in 2024, we cut the top off 5 feet.
Wow.
So it didn't come to a point, and it lowered it some, and it changed the racing a lot, and the drivers were, when they went over the edge, it wasn't no man's land no more. So
I do remember that. I never did go over the edge, but you could not see over it.
Now you got a little plateau before you go there, but at least if you just sneak over, you're not gone immediately. So
nice. Any facility upgrades for this year? Any changes for the fans?
We've the The 1970 boards will be all gone, replaced with aluminum. We've painted all the old structures, a lot of it, and then we're changing. I'd like to change all the boards, but it ain't going to happen right today, But we're going to get all the 1970. The original set of grandstands is all repainted and have aluminum on by the race. You got to give us a few more nice days. We've really been working on it, but today it got pretty rainy and cold, and we didn't do it. And then we're working on the bathrooms will be upgraded. And just a lot of little things. We're starting to work with sponsors. I didn't have any sponsors last year. And, Barry leased it when I first bought it. Barry was on the way to his banquet when I called him, and we made a deal on the phone. So he announced at his banquet that he was going to release it for a year until we could figure it out. So
I do remember that. What about concession stand? What's the best food to get?
Well, cheeseburgers was our number one seller, but we're trying to add some other stuff, some elephant ears and different things. I can see how fast we're going to get all that around. We've been there's a lot of work here, and we just keep improving a little bit at a time. So
it sounds like you're in this for the long haul. It's not like you just kind of run it for a couple of years and give up. Sounds like you've got quite an investment, not just financially, but I'm sure emotionally as well.
Well, I'd like to. My goal would be to get it up and running and get it self-sufficient. And then we didn't plan on. I'd like to take a little bit of this money we did for remodeling, but not the purchase price back out of it. But if we could just get it to be self-sustainable and run itself, that'd be the main goal here.
Awesome.
And we put a management team together this winter. There's 5 of us. And we hired Justin Sharp. He has another business that he does hot in the summer, but he's helped us since first of the year do a lot of things, getting websites, and he knows a lot about this stuff. He helps us part-time and does his other job, but we're trying to get us surrounded with people that know the industry, so.
Mm-hmm. So
a lot of people get mad at me because I don't know about how I stepped on a guy on a date, and I didn't realize that was his big race weekend. I apologize, but I said, I've already printed it. You didn't print nothing. I didn't know. He said it's always this weekend. It's been that way for 36 years. I said, I'm a farmer. I'm not a racer. So I said, last year, yes. Last year I shut down for your race. And I sponsored it. I paid for one whole race lap. So I said, whatever you want to do, but it was an honest mistake. But I am a farmer first, and this takes a lot of time. My wife wonders why I want to buy 2 businesses, run 3 businesses, and 2 of them start April through mid-November.
So running a racetrack, I'm sure there's a lot of difficult things, but is putting together the schedule one of the most difficult things of running a racetrack?
No.
Okay.
No. Oh, most of it's just business. You gotta line up, and like you said, we tested the water last year, made our schedule, cut it out, and we just adjusted things off from our schedule. So we upped here, got the better races in there, just tweaked it. So, no, the schedule ain't, you know what, you got these weeks you're going to run, so start plugging them in. Okay, you're done.
So being a farmer, the track prep comes pretty easy.
I got Walt. Everybody knows Walt. He works at the track. He's worked at several tracks. He tried to take care of it one time when I first bought this. And he's committed to me. We met last night. He's the only track I'm going to do is mine. He told me last year when he was trying to do 2 other tracks, I told him, you need to take off. We got this. He come back a day or 2 later and told me that this would be nothing for you to do. And I said, well, how many more hats do I need to wear? I got enough on. I just, I got it laid out pretty good. Walt takes care of the track with Chad. We got a couple guys, Erickson line up in red truck. I think of his name. But anyways, once they cross, Eric lets them loose from lineup. They cross. They're his problem. Gosh, he's been there forever too. Having a brain fart now. Anyways, once they cross, then they're his problem. And, he heads up the wreckers and the safety and makes sure everybody's doing their thing. Chris does Chris does, he's the pace truck. He's the first one to the accident. He's right there on Johnny on spot. So once Eric releases them, they're on the track. Once they're Chris's problem, Chris coordinates that. Really do a good job. I don't wear a radio race night. I'm not real good in communication. But when it gets bad enough, they got my phone number. So if I need to know about it, I don't need to hear all the chatter. If I need to know about it, they all call me.
Larry, you said you've brought some sponsors on to help this year. Would you like to give any of them a shout out? Yeah, we got Auto Value. They're going to sponsor us 2 races. One was the 23rd, and then Farmer with All Stars. They got Napa as a sponsor, and so we didn't want to we were going to put an All Star over there too, but that's a conflict of his. So we'll do something else there. We might put Northside there. We got a towing company, Northside. And then we got another towing company, Reed and Hoppus. They're right down the road. They, been in business 60, 70 years. Always been a wrecker at the track or something to sponsor, do for the track they have been. We got All Natural Farms, which is one of our business. And I got a friend that's Dave's Dry Dock. He takes care of a lot of maintenance, help me at race night. And we got a Black Cat, a bakery now. We got Dice Automotive. He just come seen us today and signed on. They're going out tomorrow, catching a couple more. But just baby steps, We're not asking for big money. When I went to PRI this winter, they all thought I was crazy because I had no sponsors at all. But I wanted to have it worth sponsoring before, and I didn't know anything about it. I never was that way. I've never been sponsored. You do it yourself and just move on.
It's all kind of new to you.
Yep, you want to know the hardest thing. That was it right there.
Gotcha. So,
I never have asked for money besides the banker, and this is different, And they come to a lot of my team to me and said, we want to, and so now
that's
been good.
Now that you've got a little bit of experience running a racetrack, are you enjoying it?
Yeah, most of the time. My wife says it's a challenge. The farm and the trucking was not a challenge anymore. She said to me, that's why we're doing it. I said, oh, that's nice. And your wife knows you're the best.
So what all do you have left to get ready before opening night on April 25th?
Well, we got finish putting. We just got started Tuesday laying the aluminum on the planking on, so we got a few days of that left for sure. And we got a new scoreboard, 30-footer with 2-foot ladders. We got to get that hung. I have possession of it. It's all ready to go. All we got to do is get the iron to put it in the ground. And we got to finish our winter circle. But there's some work to do on the bathroom still, but we just keep working. There's 3-4 of us, so we just keep buttering along.
One of our listeners wants to know where I-96 Speedway is. Give him directions from
Northwest Ohio.
Yeah.
Northwest Ohio, I don't know, go
20
get to Lansing.
23 to 96.
Yeah, 23 to 96. Get off at exit 64. Turn left, go a half mile, turn right, and go another half mile. You're We're right along I-96 at the Lake and Death exit, where the rest area is between Grand Rapids and Lansing on the south side. Right directly, we're a half mile from that spot.
They can almost see it from the highway.
And it's not a bad drive.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
they could repave I-96 unless they have in the 3 years since I've been there. But other than that,
yeah,
yes,
they reworked it again, but they don't have the quality that we used to get done on these roads. But they're trying.
it's the best. So what's the best place people can keep up to date on all things I-96 Speedway?
On our webpage, I-96 Speedway .com, right? No, just I-96 Speedway.com. I'm computer literate. I got a smartphone now. I still do my business on ledger books. I know how they work and they don't crash. These tractors, they crash and you're all done for the day. And you don't know what you got to do. The other ones, you can tear them apart and keep going. But yeah, different world.
Well, Larry, we're definitely looking forward to the season up there, and especially that big late model dirt rumble coming up on May 23rd, 7,500 to win for that. What about? I did mean to ask you. What about? What are the costs for pit passes and grandstand? And does it vary from week to week?
Pit passes, no matter what, are always 35. I don't care if the big shows or the little show. I'm not gonna ruin, disrespect my local drivers because there's big show going to challenge them, and they got to pay more to get in the pit. But on a show, they're 20 for there's All-Star. We went up more, didn't we? Yes. All-Star is 35, 30 or 35. Great Lakes, and the other ones are 20, and normal's 15. 12 and under is free. Your kids are free, 12 and under. That way, your wife will come with you. And, a kid will, you come in here free, but what kid that was sitting in the grandstands? Hey, I want a hot dog. So they go back the other.
Hamburger or cheeseburger, too.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, you start smelling it, but the main thing is get the family to go, and then they get interested. In 10 years from now, we got other, customers coming, not just, because there used to be a lot of dads come and families, they couldn't buy the whole ticket or didn't think their kids were worth what they had to pay to get them in, because they're just, they're not interested yet. But this way, it's a family event. That's family what's about, and you can tell I'm a married man.
Yes, I know how that goes. I was there once.
30 for the All-Stars. Yeah. We just looked it up for the All-Stars.
What's that about the All-Stars?
30 for GP on All-Stars.
Okay.
Gotcha. Not too bad there. Well, it sounds like you got a lot of work to do. We'll let you go here, but definitely looking forward to the race season here at I-96 Speedway up there in Ionia, Michigan.
Okay, well, thank you for reaching out to us.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll see.
Absolutely. Keep in touch, man.
Have a great season, Larry.
Thank you. Have a good. We'll see you soon.
All right, we'll see you.
Yeah. Bye.
There you go. Larry Curtis, the owner and many hat wearer of I-96 Speedway up there in...
Sounds like he's got a lot on his plate, Scott.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. Didn't realize he was that much, but yeah, he's got a lot going on there. If you're planning your dream wedding or special event, make it unforgettable with Magic Moment Entertainment. Mention the Hammer Down Racing Report when you book and get $100 off your DJ service. We are worth $100 to one of you out there.
Right.
Or maybe two of you out there, depending on how many call Magic Moment Entertainment. He's got 30 years of experience. Ron Burt will make sure your event's perfect. Magic Moment handles everything from contracts to full liability insurance, giving you peace of mind. Plus, no hidden fees, no charges for mileage or dance floor lighting ever. He serves Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, and Kentucky. Magic Moment specializes in wedding receptions, but also excels in corporate events and mitzvahs. They take pride in working closely with couples and clients to create magical moments tailored just for you. Call 419-594-2261 or find Magic Moment Entertainment on Facebook under Magic Moment Entertainment or Ohio Sports Blitz. Larry's calling us back.
Oh,
Should we answer?
sure.
Larry?
Yep. You're not live now, are we?
No, we're still live.
Oh. So where do we find this at?
Hammer Down Racing Report on Facebook, YouTube, or your favorite podcasting platform. We're live right now, actually, on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. But you can also listen to us on regular podcasts.
Anytime.
Couple, usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again.
You're
All
welcome.
right. Thanks, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. Where was I? Oh, Ron Miller Race Cars, your one-stop racing headquarters, located in Lambertville, Michigan. Ron Miller Race Cars has everything you need to keep your racing dreams on track.
Easy.
He made me laugh while I had water in my mouth. From custom race cars to parts, safety equipment, service, even American Racer tires. If it's for racing, Ron has it, or you can get it. Give him a call today, 734-856-7223. Let Ron help you gear up for victory. Ron Miller Race Cars, fueling racers one lap at a time. He even has bleeder valve. That's what I got for you.
That's
the bleeder
it.
for my transmission.
Yeah.
It worked, too. It was the right size.
Wow,
and
what a
everything.
surprise.
I know. The professor gave me something that worked. It's crazy.
He got a good discount on it.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes, I did. Coming up, we do have our DCR graphics, how many, and weekend race menu, and some news just around the corner. Actually, right now. How about we do that?
Sure.
It's this one.
Latest racing news.
So I don't know if you've been seeing this, but there's been a lot of articles about the CW network in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You've seen that? Yeah, so apparently, and this is not around here, it's not local, but the CW is a network like NBC, ABC, Fox. Right. It's small, Netlet, they used to call it. And they have the exclusive broadcast rights starting at the end of last year. They started a little early for the Xfinity Series, NASCAR Xfinity Series. However, there's been some issues, at least in Atlanta. A week ago Saturday, the CW in Atlanta cut the NASCAR Xfinity Series on the final lap of the race at Phoenix. And I read that they didn't come back. It just, white flag, boom, they went to something else.
Oh, no.
I'm guessing, just knowing the broadcast industry from when I worked in it, everything's automated anymore.
Right.
Like, we used to have the NASCAR races on WCKY.
Right.
Nobody was in the studio when that happened. Everything was automated, and everything would mess up every once in a while. So I'm guessing that's probably similar to what happened here at this the Atlanta area CW affiliate. This past week, there was a new issue. And again, it's with that same Atlanta CW affiliate. Saturday's NASCAR Xfinity race was not shown on the CW network in the Atlanta area. Instead, the Atlanta Braves preseason game was on that affiliate, WPCH-TV. For viewers in that area, the race was shown, however, via Peachtree Sports Network, which I think it was like a sub-channel of that. So, I mean, it was still available, so I don't know if that was as big of a deal, but I don't know. Maybe that... You would think Atlanta would be a pretty big NASCAR market, but preseason baseball, I guess, trumps racing. Preseason
baseball. I was a little miffed because I couldn't watch the morning news because the opening game of the baseball season was in Japan, and with the time difference, it preempted the morning news.
The morning news,
Yeah.
On Saturday night at the High Limit Series opener at Las Vegas, NASCAR Cup Series drivers Kyle Larson and Ty Gibbs were in the show. Ty Gibbs had never raced in a dirt sprint car, although he has driven one. On Saturday night, he ran his first official event. Gibbs raced his way into the show through his heat races, and then on lap one of the feature, Gibbs made contact with the right rear of Sterling Kling, entering turn 3, got sideways, jumped the cushion, And, bad things happened. He flipped multiple times, bounced off the catch fence. The car came to rest on its four mangled wheels. Safety team arrived quickly, and Gibbs climbed out of the car under his own power. Gibbs drives for his grandfather, Joe Gibbs, in the Cup Series. Joe Gibbs Racing.
I was thinking that I'll bet Grandpa was really proud of him.
Well, the team owner, Joe Gibbs, previously had a rule that drivers on his NASCAR roster couldn't drive in dirt races. However, for the 2025 season, Joe Gibbs has dropped that rule for his drivers, allowing his grandson, Christopher Bell, and Chase Briscoe to all do some dirt racing. And this is the result of what happened in that event. Check this out.
You see him right there. Oh my, that was big.
Yeah, that was.
We'll see a slow-mo here in a second, but looks like he almost gets over that. Maybe got over the right rear of Sterling Kling there.
I think he was trying to stay off of Sterling Kling and then just got himself way too high out in the loose stuff, and obviously there's nothing out there, and you get crossed up on the left rear, and when you try to bring these things back to the right, to the left side, to the right.
Did I hear the motor flare up there for a second when he was?
I'm not sure. It looked like it looked like he was trying to keep it out of the wall.
Yeah,
yeah. And I believe that was Kyle Busch doing some of the commentating there alongside the regular high limit guy. And yeah, that was the night before the Cup race in Las Vegas. Sure, Grandpa really appreciated that.
But Grandpa didn't reinstate the no dirt racing policy.
I did not see any Grandpa reactions to that ordeal. I mean, Ty was racing in the Cup Series race on Sunday. I don't believe he did very well, but
we'll see how his sprint car career goes.
Yeah, he's young. He can walk it off. It's no problem. In the past couple weeks, Xfinity racer Josh Williams has struggled with breathing issues. Those problems were amplified inside the race car when the belts are pulled tight. However, he attempted to give it a go and took the green flag. Josh Williams came over to the race radio and said, "I can't catch my breath. I'm not going to be able to do it." The team gathered a reserve driver, Ty Dillon, sat on the pit wall, waiting to replace Williams, yet Williams completed the first stage of Saturday's Xfinity race. As he pulled into pit lane, Ty Dillon jumped in. Dillon ended up finishing 29th in that car. Some strange stuff there for Josh Williams. Speaking of strange stuff, did you see the tow truck that brought out the red flag at... I forget what track it was. It was a short track Super Series Speed Showcase hot laps going on. Was it Port Royal?
Yeah,
Port Royal,
I did see that.
Yeah, well, good, and you get to see it again. This is what happened. So you got to look closely right there at the pit entrance to the infield. Did you see it? You get to see it again. Well, that's the aftermath of it. Tow truck apparently took the corner a little too.
Went in just a little too hot.
He was a little hot. Yeah, ended up on his side and brought out the red. What is going on?
I'll bet they didn't take 3 or 4 guys and roll that one back over.
No, they had another tow truck that I saw they were hooking up to it. Have you ever seen that, though, in your however many years of racing?
I've never seen a tow truck on its side or upside down.
I wondered about that. Another weird thing happened this past weekend.
Full moon weekend,
I guess it was.
Yeah, it was.
On Sunday, Christopher Bell pitted for 4 fresh tires and fuel during the Cup race. However, his number 20 team failed to tighten the lug nuts on the left side. Bell had exited his stall going down pit road. The penalty for losing a wheel on the racetrack is very significant. In this case, though, Bell didn't even allow that to be an option. Before leaving pit road, he pulled into the pit box of the number 19, his Joe Gibbs racing teammate, Chase Briscoe.
Right.
And they tightened. The 19 team responded almost immediately, tightening the loose lug nut. I guess...
there was some controversy over that, Scott.
Well, before we get to that, let me finish this. There's still a penalty for that. It's not as stiff as losing the wheel. It's also a little bit safer, too. You're not losing the wheel.
Well, and safety violations, you have to go to the back of the longest line, go to the tail.
Yeah. So he, and I forget, what's the penalty for you lose? People get suspended for that.
Yeah,
and
they take away your birthday.
Yeah, your birthday. So the penalty was pitting outside your own pit stall. That's
Right.
the technical penalty for that violation. And Bell, like you said, Bell only needed to drop to the rear of the field, which is far better than losing the wheel on the racetrack. If that happened, the 20 would have seen 2 crew members suspended for the next 2 race weekends. Yeah, that's what it was. So the controversy comes in, though, as I think it was on Kevin Harvick's podcast. He mentioned that it's not fair to the single car teams. They don't have that option of somebody else down pit road where they could.
Well, they do, but the driver.
But they're not.
The driver would have to stop.
They'd have to make quick friends
and say, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah. Hand signals.
Yeah.
You remember those?
Do you think that there's going to be a new rule for that, or do you think
I don't think so. It's a safety violation, and it sounds fair to me.
Okay. All right, I'm okay with that. Side note here, Mid-American Racing News announced that they were ceasing publication 15 years ago this week.
Dick Beebe's publication.
Last issue was dated March 23rd, 2010.
I love that magazine.
Paper.
Weekly paper, yeah.
Yeah, I used to enjoy that. I used to have a subscription to it. That was
Mid-American.
Yeah, back before the internet.
Yeah.
Damn internet. Capital City. No, never mind. Nope, we're not doing that one. I forgot.
We're not doing that one?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Yeah, we were going to do that, but then things happen. We may do that in the future. I'll tell you about that later. Finally, congratulations are in order for Australia's #1 sprint car driver, Jock Goodyear. He got married last weekend.
Ooh.
That's from Dave Cameron. I'm not sure what the criteria is to be Australia's #1.
We've been talking.
He does
about
win
him
a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently, according to Dave, producer Dave, he's their #1 sprint car driver.
I wonder how Goodyear likes running on Hoosiers. I wonder how Goodyear likes.
I get that now.
Slow, Scott. Come on.
Been a long week. DCR Graphics is your source for high-quality wraps, stickers, die-cast banners, and more. If you're looking to upgrade your race team's look, make sure to contact DCR Graphics. They have you covered with full wrap starting at just $425 plus shipping. Want to showcase your car in miniature form? Get a box of 8 custom die-casts for only $130 plus shipping. Available for late model sprints and modifieds, and now DCR has even more ways to show off your style. Check out their brand new lineup of crew shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, flags, and more. Hit up DCR Graphics on Facebook or call Dale at 419-308-9523 to place your order today. DCR Graphics, where speed meets style. You can also order the official Hammer Down Racing Report window stickers. If you're a racer, slap one of those on your car, tag us in a picture, and you'll be part of the Hammer Down Army. We'll report on where you finish each and every week, as long as you give us those results. And I've been talking to Dale. He's I think I mentioned last week about putting names of listeners of the show on his car, because he's got a
format all figured out.
I don't know if I'm allowed to show this yet, but
go ahead.
Are you sure?
It's easier to get forgiveness than it is permission.
Okay, well, and I guess, actually, let me see. He says they're going to be around the logo on his hood, the names.
Right.
And they're going to be typed out. It's not going to be signatures or anything. So he's got a form. All you're going to do is type in. He's got some other questions he wants to know because he's nosy.
Okay.
I gave him permission to ask those. It's fine. I don't know if it's mandatory to fill out the to submit the form, but at least your name. All right, here we go. This is I'm probably going to get in trouble for showing this, but your name will be right around that.
Oh.
Got a glare. Can't make it go away. You get the idea, though.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to share that. Keep an eye on our Facebook page, because I'll share a link to the form where you can get signed up for that. I was going to do that
on
today,
a future show, we'll probably broadcast it.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, he's going to have a whole bunch of names on his car. That was his idea. Are you a racer or fan looking to capture every thrilling moment on the track? Look no further than Freeze Frame Photos, your go-to for all your racing photo needs. Whether it's heart-pounding action shots or those unforgettable victory lane moments, Freeze Frame Photos has you covered. He always manages to capture you when you don't really want to get photographed. When you goofed or somebody else goofed and you're part of that goof.
One of those oopses.
Yeah. He captures the oops and the the joyful times as well. He gets it all. He offers a fantastic range of custom gifts to commemorate your favorite racers, including print magnets, canned koozies, tumblers, wood plaques, custom slate photos, wind spinners, and buttons, just to name a few. If you want to add a personal touch, that's not a problem. Freeze Frame Photos can customize any photo or gift item with your own text and graphics, making each piece uniquely yours. Call Charlie today at 419-407-6994 and let Freeze Frame Photos turn your favorite memories into timeless treasures. Freeze Frame Photos, special moments frozen in time.
Yeah.
And we do have a Hammer Down hotline.
Ooh, really?
Text this week, yeah. And if you would like to call or text anytime, there you go. There's the Hammer Down hotline number, 419-318-3081, 419-318-3081. Anything about racing on your mind, let us know. You can leave a message or, like I said, you can text. And we did get a text, so let's bring that up here. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to unpack from this text, so we'll go through it. I wish you guys, and we do appreciate listener feedback because we are
absolutely
we do the show for you guys. We wouldn't do it.
We're listener friendly.
Yeah, we're fans just like you. I wish you guys would give these other tracks time on your show. Should I respond to each little bit as I go, or should I read the whole thing first?
Go ahead, read the whole thing.
If you would, your ratings might get better. People liked to hear more about their home tracks than Oakshade. I went there one time, and it was 2 trips in one, first and last. Was not impressed at all. Good luck with your show. So let's start with the beginning there. I wish you guys would give these other tracks time on your show. Please be more specific if you're going to text us there.
I don't know. We just did I-96.
Yeah, there's 900 short tracks across America. We can't cover them all. We do focus on about 12, 13 in our region already. So, let us know if there's a track you want us to cover, and we'll see about that. If you would, your ratings would get better. We're a podcast. We're not on the radio. We don't have ratings. We do have numbers as far as number of listeners, number of all that stuff, but no ratings.
And our numbers keep going up, Scott.
And they do, and we don't do this for that. We do this for the love of the sport. But since you did bring it up, and I wasn't going to mention this because I texted this to you last week, but according to Million Podcasts, we are and I don't know what the criteria is, but we are the number 63 NASCAR podcast, just behind
in the whole world,
just behind Kevin Harvick's podcast.
Yeah, Kevin Harvick is 62.
Yes, and we're 63. And then I just got a notification today. I think it was this morning, or maybe it was yesterday morning.
I didn't catch that one.
No, I didn't have a chance to send this one to you. We're the number 61 racing podcast overall. 63
racing podcast.
63
period.
NASCAR podcasts. And we don't really focus on NASCAR.
We talk a bit about NASCAR,
we do.
though, and critique some of their.
But the number 61 racing podcast overall in general. So I'm just not the tutor or right there.
Scott, there's got to be 15 racing podcasts just in our area. There's got to be hundreds and hundreds.
And we promote them. We've had them on the show. We the more the merrier. I mean, it's good for the sport. If it's good for the sport, we're behind it. That's what we're here for.
And our listeners keep us in that top 100. That's really cool.
It is cool. Okay, so where else? People like to hear more about their home tracks than Oakshade. Oakshade is a paid sponsor of our show, so of course we're going to feature them a little bit more than everyone else. And it sounds like that sponsorship is working, if you're noticing that. So that's good. Millstream was also a sponsor of the show at one time. We featured them quite a bit back when Scott Warner was trying to bring that back.
Right.
And of course, we'd welcome any home tracks, as you mentioned there, that would like to be a sponsor to do so. We give them the same treatment. Just reach out to us, let us know. Easy as that. I mean, we've mentioned before, any tracks that want to give away tickets, I mean, we won't even charge. We'll give away tickets. That's free promotion for the tracks. So all they have to do is just get a hold of Ron or myself. All right, where was I here? Oh, I went there one time. It was 2 trips in one, first and last. Was not impressed at all. Sorry to hear that. I can't please everybody. I hope you were able to find something that did impress you. I would honestly much rather like to hear about that experience rather than complaining. I mean, everybody complains about everything.
And we can certainly pass those things on, and maybe it's
Yeah. If you
Things that can be corrected.
Constructive criticism
Yeah.
is definitely helpful. And finally, good luck with your show. And to that, we say thank you, and we appreciate you listening. So, kind of a long Hammer Down hotline text. There's a lot to unpack there.
3 or 4 sentences, but a lot of context.
Yeah, there you go. Let's give away our DCR graphics sticker for tonight with our how many. I do have a how many thing, don't I? It's this guy right here.
How many?
Sometimes I always forget which ones we have. So last week's how many was how many high limit competitors would be in action last week, Thursday plus Saturday, both nights. So It was a little bit of a tough call how I was going to come up with the number for this week because they did get qualifying and hot laps in on Thursday before it got canceled.
Right.
So since I said how many competitors were going to be there, I counted it.
As well you should.
So they had 38 there.
On Thursday.
And 38 on Saturday. So 76 total.
76.
Yeah. And I stupidly said 32 last week. So you obviously kicked my ass by just saying 36. I don't know why you didn't pick 35. You still would have won. So congratulations there. Our listener winner, right on the money, Brett Ward.
Really?
So congratulations to Brett Ward. You have yourself a DCR Graphics window sticker. Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker, courtesy of DCR Graphics. And again, you can always buy these just $5. He'll mail them out to you. Just get a hold of DCR Graphics for that. But for Brett Ward, all you have to do is stop by Ron Miller Race Cars within the next 30 days and pick up your sticker, and it's all yours. So congratulations, Brett Ward. So if you want a chance to win a Hammer Down sticker next week on the show, next week's how many was going to be how many 410s and late models combined were going to be at Attica tomorrow. We already know the answer to that.
That's a zip.
That's going to be 0, unfortunately. So at the last minute, we scrambled here, and we're still doing a math problem because I know how much you like the math problems.
Oh, I do.
We're doing World of Outlaws.
Okay.
Both late models and sprints. So here we go. I didn't type this out, so listen close. This week's how many is how many late models, World of Outlaw late models, will be at Swainsboro on Saturday night, plus how many World of Outlaw sprint cars will be at Cotton Bowl Speedway on Saturday night. So how many late models at Swainsboro and
2 different tracks.
Sprints at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Add those numbers together. So say there's 30 at 30 late models at Swainsboro and 30 sprints at Cotton Bowl. That'd be 60 would be your guess.
Very good math, Scott.
I'm not guessing that because you got to guess first. So if you want a chance to win DCR graphic sticker, Hammer Down Racing Report sticker, courtesy of DCR Graphics. Just put your guess in the comments of our Facebook Live or YouTube Live. You have until Saturday at noon, we'll give you.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're listening to us on the podcast, you can still get in on this. So, Brian, you get to pick first. There's your first guess.
I was going to be really bold, Scott. 72.
72?
Doug Frost is really close.
Well, Dennis Randall says 75, so I don't know. So you say 72. I'm going to go with 73 then.
Okay.
I'm going to one-up you this week.
Whatever.
So
you know better than to go against me. That's okay.
Well, Hovis Racing, they're pretty good at guessing.
They're really good.
You don't need to break it out, Cheryl. Just one number is fine. But
now Scott's got to do the math.
Yeah, I don't like math. Well, she gave the total, so that's good. But I'm trying to save some typing there. So again, if you're listening to the podcast, find our Facebook Live or YouTube Live. You can put your guess in as long as before noon on Saturday, noon Eastern, I should say. And you can only guess once. You cannot change your guess. What's Look back on that. It was only Tom Long. I must have missed that. We'll double check on that. Coming up, let's do our racing.
As a matter of fact, Scott, I've got one sticker that has expired.
We'll double check first.
That's okay. If Tom Long wants to stop by, we can.
Fair enough.
We'll take care of it.
Well, okay then.
Yep.
All right, there's Ron Miller Race Cars helping out our listeners, even if they do use fake names. How about we check out our menu? Oh, it's that one.
This weekend's racing menu.
Murray Bridge Speedway. Well, actually, we're going to talk about Attica. That was supposed to be scheduled for tomorrow, the construction equipment and supply night. Second night in action for them has been canceled. They canceled this afternoon. They did have Saturday as a rain date, but the weekend weather's just not looking too good for them. I saw the long range forecast, so it looks like it's supposed to warm back up after next week.
About a week of this, yeah.
So I guess we really don't have a point to do a weekend weather pit stop this week, do we?
No.
Okay. Other action down under at season winding down in Australia. Murray Bridge Speedway's got some action Friday and Saturday night. Friday it's Super Sedans Cowlin 42 featuring junior sedans and classics. Saturday it's South Australian Super Sedan title featuring Super Sedans V6 and classics. Albany Speedway, they're going to be in action Saturday with the South Coast Classic Modified Sedans. That just sounds weird, South Coast. Yeah. They'll have Modified Sedans, Formula 500s, and all support classes in action there. Back here in America, we have the Kubota High Limit Sprint Cars, Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway in Bakersfield, California, tomorrow, and Paris Auto Speedway in California as well on Saturday. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series back in action. They've been off for a minute or two.
Couple of weeks.
Yeah. Buckeye Spring 50 at Atomic Speedway. I haven't seen if that's been canceled. I haven't seen any cancellation on that yet, but hopefully they're far enough south. Maybe it'll be warm enough and
dry enough. Yeah.
I would keep an eye on social media if you're planning on heading down to Atomic for the Buckeye Spring 50. That's scheduled for Friday. Tomorrow night, March 21st, and then the Indiana Icebreaker at Brownstown Speedway in Brownstown, Indiana on Saturday. What else we got here? World of Outlaws Late Model Series battle at the Crossroads at Swainsboro Raceway in Swainsboro, Georgia, Friday and Saturday night for your World of Outlaw Late Models. Part of our How Many question. The other part is the World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. It's the Federated Auto Parts Texas Two-Step at Cotton Bowl Speedway in Page, Texas, Friday and Saturday night there. So both those series having 2-night shows. Only Saturday night's the only night we're interested in for the How Many. And then NASCAR, all three series back in action. The Baptist Health 200 at Homestead Miami Speedway on Friday night for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
They're back on the East Coast.
And this I thought was weird. I had to double check this. The 8 p.m. on Fox, not FS1. It's going to be on Fox.
For the trucks.
For the trucks.
Yeah. They've done that twice already this year.
Well, the Cup Series is on FS1, though. That's why I thought it was weird. The minor league, it's kind of like minor league race. Well, it's not really minor league, but it's not the same comparison. But it's, anyway. I just thought that was weird. It's cool. I was a little shocked. The Xfinity Series, Hard Rock Bet 300 at Homestead Miami Speedway. That's Saturday. That'll be at 4 o'clock on the CW. Those of you in Atlanta, double check your local listings there. NASCAR Cup Series Straight Talk 400 at Homestead Miami. That's Sunday at 3 o'clock again on FS1. And I guess they lost out to the NTT IndyCar Series, which will be on Fox. The Thermal Club IndyCar Grand Prix in Thermal, California. That'll be on Sunday at 3 p.m. on Fox. So if you want NASCAR, it's FS1. If you want IndyCar, it's Fox.
At the same time.
Same time. So there you go. That is your DCR Graphics racing menu, weekend racing menu.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's almost the end of the show. Before we wrap up, though, we got to mention our Oakshade Raceway 50th anniversary trivia question for next week and a chance to win another pair of passes to Oakshade Raceway. I got a new supply here. They dropped off earlier this week, so we got
shut up and deal, Scott.
Play 52 card pickup with a few less. But next week's question, we'll post this probably Tuesday-ish, maybe Monday, maybe Wednesday, depending on when I get around to it. But the question's going to be, who was the first to win both the Bomber slash Super Stock Spectacular, because it was the Bomber Spectacular, now it's the Super Stock Spectacular. Who was the first to win both the Bomber slash Super Stock Spectacular and the track championship in the same year?
Ooh.
Now, here's the catch. The answer you can't find on the website. You may think you can find it. There happens to be some missing information on the website. That's your hint. That's all I'll say.
Some misinformation?
Missing.
Oh, missing.
Not misinformation, just some miss. There's a few years that might be missing. I don't know why. It's crazy. So who won the Spectacular and the championship in the Bomber slash Super Stock class? That'll be next week's question and a chance to win a pair of passes for Oakshade Raceway.
Any hints?
It's a Bomber Super Stock driver.
Okay.
And that driver, I don't think he drives anymore. He may have gotten in a car once this past year. And
okay.
I've talked. He's still out at the track on a pretty much about week. His car had a number on it. We'll say that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Tom says he saw a video today and Atomic is still on for tomorrow night. Thank you for that update. We appreciate that. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure to look for that post. It'll be on Facebook. You have to comment your answer in those on that post, and then we'll spin from all the correct entries, and you have to be listening next week to win those. So congratulations to Brian Nelson again, just getting in just before the post was.
I was watching.
So thanks to producer Dave and contributors John Young, Matt Swander, Bob Stazak. Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on X, Hammer Report, follow us on YouTube, listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Check us out at hammerdownracingreport.com. Also, make sure to rate, review us, share us with your friends. That kind of helps out with that whole...
Right. We kind of talked about that a few minutes ago.
Number 63 and number 61.
Yeah.
Thanks to our sponsors, Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos, Magic Moment Entertainment, Victory Fuel, Dippin Motorsports, Dominator Race Products, and DCR Graphics. Make sure to support those that support us. That's what makes this happen. Thanks again to Larry Curtis of I-96 Speedway. If you're up around that area, make sure to get out and support them. That sounds like they got a hell of a weekly show up there.
Yeah.
Looking forward to a couple big shows, too.
If you know a pizza shop that would like to join us, certainly like to give away pizzas again.
There you go. I did reach out to Kevin Thomas Sr. from Inferno Armor.
Okay.
Because I know you wanted to get him on. I have not heard back yet, but I'm working on that for next week, but no promises at this point.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll hear back from him. We'll get him on. He's got that product. It's like a spray-on fire retardant.
Fire retardant.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I met the guy at PRI and put on a pretty convincing demonstration.
Right.
And definitely do have a lot of questions. I know you do as well. So hopefully we can get that on and do a little driver safety episode next week. And then following that, I believe we're going into our season premiere shows for the local tracks around here. Right. We'll got to reach out to everybody and try and get them on just before the season kicks off. That's going to do it. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next Thursday at 7 p.m. That's a wrap on show number 371 of the Hammer Down Racing Report.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.